Hey Alpha, how you doing? Oh man, but what's up everybody? Again, welcome to week 2 of the races here. Hopefully those two are, yep, looks like we're about to get going here. Alright, so again, welcome to week 2. We're just getting this all started off. Oh wow, great item for ArrTeaSea on the right, so wow. She gets her damage up mushroom right off the bat, so ArrTeaSea looking pretty good right off the bat here. Great first item. I never get that lucky that I wind up with any of the mushrooms as my first shot. That's insane. Ooh, and she gets an item rock, so a key and a soul heart for her in the next room. Excellent find so far. So again, she gets all of her stats up. Well, let me rephrase. She gets health up along with that. So she got 1 extra health up, and she got the soul heart. So she's already rocking 2 extra hearts from Wolv. And she found her boss room already. She is cruising right along here. So again, we're doing a best of 3. Excuse me. Aw, snap. What's up, babe? What's up, everybody from Anominatus? How you guys doing? Speaking of people I met. Ooh, alright, so Wolv found, and is not actually going to take with him. This is kind of a surprising move, in my opinion. He found, basically number 1. So what happens is, as you saw, he used the item, Slim and Mishap. I call it number 1 just because it's easier. But winds up spilling urine on the ground that will damage anything that goes through it. Personally, I'm kind of surprised he didn't actually take that and use it for the boss, but he used it in the item room so he won't see it again, and moved right on along and took his D6 with him. So again, the D6 will come in handy only for a few select items that are outlawed for use, such as the Bible, both Epic Fetus and Dr. Fetus. A couple other ones we've shown the list a few times that'll show back up. By the way, ArrTeaSea picked up Mom's Heals, which all those Mom items are range up. So her tiers will actually go farther now. And speaking of items, she actually found her item room instantly again on the 2nd floor. So she's looking pretty good for herself right now. Yeah, I'm not so fond of it either, Otaku. It's very, no pun intended, hit and miss. Oh my goodness. Christina is rocking a mushroom. Look at the size of her character. Oh my goodness. So she got an all stats up mushroom. Every one of her stats just increased by 1. Her damage, her tears, her health, and the size of her character's skull. So you can see, judging by how large Wolv's is, you can see the size differential. Oh, this is going to get fun. She is a large target right now, but she has a lot of health. And damage. So she's looking pretty good on this build. Wolv finds his item room. Thankfully, he has a key, so he'll be getting into that next. I think he's going to be hoping for kind of a few of the same things Christina's been finding. For anyone that doesn't know, by the way, I'm referring to ArrTeaSea as Christina. That is how I've almost known her since the beginning, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to break that habit. So if you hear me say Christina, I'm not referring to Wolv. There's your clue. That's probably the easiest way. And by the way, what's up, Otaku? How you doing, man? Bombs galore for Wolv21, so it isn't the most bombs he could have got, but hey, 10 bombs along with the extras that he just found in the rock, you're not going to argue. And speaking of item rocks, he's going to try for a 2-for-1 here. So you guys notice where he put his bomb. He didn't just take his item rock. What he did was he put it down so that he could also find his secret room, so that is a great move on Wolv's part. Great card use by Christina, taking out the first half of her boss here. So again, ArrTeaSea on the right is slightly in the lead because she is fighting her boss on the same floor that Wolv is on. So she will be moving on to the next floor with a bunch of extra items. Oh wow, early Polaroid. Interesting. That doesn't happen too much on Basement 2. That's very early. And she's going to pass on pills. So much like most of the other racers, ArrTeaSea's going to pass on pills. Again, I don't blame her on that. It's very hit and miss, and sometimes, especially with the build she has, you may not want to bother. The most she's going to get probably is tears up out of that, maybe a health up. So at the worst part, she could get tears down, range down, speed down. It's really not worth it unless there's 2 of them. Yeah, see, that's the difference. Like, Otaku and myself will take pills almost like... Boy, does that sound bad. We'll take pills in-game almost every time that we see him. But most of the racers I know will literally pass up on him. I know Cobalt Streak definitely will pass unless he sees 2 of the same on 1 floor. That's the only time he'll take him. Yeah, she needs a size down pill. Christina really could use a random size down pill here. That would probably help to not have such a huge hitbox, because she's going to have a hard time dodging a few things. There's Wolv taking out Larry Jr. with some very well-placed bombs, getting some health up, and a Devil Deal, so let's see what he gets in here. Ooh. Alright, so Forget Me Now. Probably not so great for a race, we'll explain. But he is going to take Spirit of the Night, so you notice now he is flying and he has Spectral Tears, so he can shoot through rocks. Oh my goodness. Wow. I just saw what ArrTeaSea picked up. We might start calling this a carry soon. That was Polyphemus, folks. You can see the size of her tears. She could really use some some tears up so that she shoots at a faster rate. But my goodness, look at this. Yeah, Polyphemus with the size increase already, so she is shooting some exceptionally large tears. These are ridiculous sized. And keep in mind, this is a best of 3, so you can see the score very not evenly placed at the bottom. I'll work on that. Sorry, this is me being OCD now. Anyways, but you can see the score down here that I'm moving on ArrTeaSea side. But it is 0-0. This is a best of 3, so don't think that it's over just because Christina's got a build going here. Because Wolv has A, plenty of time here, and B, even if he does lose this one, has at least one more race to come back here. So it is never over right off the bat. Christina, however, is flying, and by the way, has an XL floor, which for anyone that doesn't, both of them do for that matter, but for anyone that doesn't know, it is both of the floors crammed into one from the caves. So there's going to be 2 item rooms, 2 bosses, there's still only 1 shop, still only 1 secret room, still only 1 super secret room. But basically both of them are looking for either, in Wolv's case, both item rooms, in ArrTeaSea's case, looking for her second, and also the 2 bosses. Looks like I'm not dropping any frames, so hopefully that's not from my end. Alright, so Wolv picking up even more bombs. He's working with 12 bombs, only the 1 key at the moment, so he's really hoping to find some keys. Here's another legal move, by the way, completely okay to do what Wolv just did. He found a dead end, had no desire to finish that room off, and bombed his way out because he had the bombs to do so. That is perfectly legal here in the league. The other thing, and we've seen it a few times, though it won't be happening in either of these 2 runs, if you ever feel that for whatever reason you want to reset, like you've been getting, a really bad hand at items, and you want to reset, that's perfectly fine as well. It's the same as eating a death. So we figure it's exactly the same and it's perfectly legal. Oh yeah, absolutely they are, Ace. Basically what happens, we have 6 races a week, and at some point this week I'm actually going to have to post information about my monthly races, which I'll also do once a month. Shoot, I'm putting in the wrong thing. Sorry about the clicking noise. Anyways, Slowbot's being a little bit slow. There we go. If you look at the Google Docs link right there. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Ataku. I gotta reschedule those. Ooh, curved horn for Wolv, so he's gonna get some damage up. And the mulligan, so wow, he's gonna be shooting out some very nice flies to aid him. And he'll be moving on to his boss fights here. Interesting. So I wonder if he'll go back and look for his other item room. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Flame, you were actually signed up for the last one. I just didn't get to actually run it because of IPL being going on at the same time. So I'll announce everything probably later today on Twitter just to make it easier, because I completely spaced on updating that when I got home. I've been so busy this week, I've had no time to update that. Alright, ArrTeaSea picking up a little Chad, which will spawn hearts for her every couple of rooms. Wolv ripping through Gertie here. And speaking of Gertie, ArrTeaSea fighting the exact same one. Wolv getting some range up. And he'll be moving on to his second boss. So pretty neck and neck, however, ArrTeaSea, well, actually both have skipped one of their item rooms here. So I guess we'll see if both decide to just move on or if they're actually going to go look for it. But you can see the damage increase on ArrTeaSea's side. She just melts bosses right now. This is so nice to see. Oh yeah, if you're referring to the this league itself, wow, and more range up for ArrTeaSea. She could really use some tears up. And she's going to move on without the second item. Wolv gets some money with his Diana crown, as we like to call it. I mean, his pageant boy, that's totally the name of the item. Totally. He'll lost. Ooh. We're going risky here. Wolv took the mark, so he's down to 1 red heart and 1 soul heart, but he's going to have some nice damage up as well here. This is going to get interesting. Uh-oh. And speaking of XL floors, Wolv's got that loading screen. This is not what you want during a race. Wolv has the glitched out loading screen for an XL floor, so this will take an extra moment, but there we go, as we've seen, it basically will move on at some point. You just have to wait it out. Yeah, Wolv's going for broke, which I can't blame him. If he knows, and I know he does know exactly what Christina's working with here, I can't blame him. Ooh. Speaking of being able to fly, though, Wolv is very lucky he can fly in this room, or this would have been the end of him. Alright, I also just noticed both racers got a Necropolis version of the floor, which means tougher enemies, tougher room layouts usually. Just all in all, not so much fun. Oh, wow. How did those bombs not... Okay, they did actually injure the hearts. I was going to say, I'm surprised the bombs didn't take those hearts out, but they did do a lot of damage. Welcome back, Nosh. What's up, Happy? Oof. So Wolv down to the 1 red heart. Christina rocking 3.5 full at the moment, so she's looking a little bit better. Ooh, an Eternal Heart drops for ArrTeaSea. So she will not pick that up at the moment until she at least finds some soul hearts to guard that. Because that would be the first heart that she would lose if she were to pick it up. If she takes that to the next floor, it gives her an extra full red heart container. So she might be coming all the way back for that after she kills off her boss. And looks like she's going to wind up with a space item in Mr. Boom. And she will take that for the extra bombs. Wolv doing a great job dodging here. Works through a very tough room if you can't fly, so he's very lucky he can fly right now. Oh, that's right, she bombed through this room. I was wondering why this respawned itself, but technically speaking, she had bombed through. Ooh, greed in the store. So Wolv, with money to buy something in the store, winds up with greed, of course. Thankfully, he had to teleport out, so he won't be taking any damage in there. So, worst things worst, he lost a key. Could have turned out a lot worse for him. Oh, that was cheap damage. Oh. Alright, I was going to say, I'm not sure ArrTeaSea wanted to pick that Eternal Heart up because she just lost it on an absolute cheap shot there. Hey, Gambit, how you doing, man? Love how that never loads right away. So I think I did that in between last time and this time, we'll see. Oh, and I saw somebody ask the Binding of Isaac soundtrack if you got it. Should be in your Steam folder where it installed the actual game, so it should be in there. Wow, Wolv with some golden poop, the first one today. That's it. Kind of surprised we got one this early, honestly. Yeah, the badges always take a bit. I'm used to it. I'm just waiting for other people to see them when they see it for the first time. Like, wait a minute, what? It's always fun. Ooh. X-ray vision for ArrTeaSea. Excellent, excellent find in a race, because now she isn't going to have to use bombs randomly. She'll know, like you can see, and get entrance to her secret and super secret rooms instantly just by going in the room where they attach. So this is a wonderful item if you got something like the battery and the 9-volt. You can actually cheat rooms and get charges out of your space use items instantly just by going in and out. Oh, wow. Spider Bite. So ArrTeaSea with the slowing effect on her tiers now. This will tear bosses apart. Wait until you see this. When something gets outlined in white, the slow effect took... There you go. So the head part of the Headless Horseman there got slowed down. Which, if it would have started moving... Oh, speaking of moving and Headless Horseman, ouch. Down goes Wolv. Down goes Wolv. He was playing it pretty risky there with the low heart run. He had a nice build going with what he had bought with the mark, but he was cutting it pretty close with only 1 heart. Wow. ArrTeaSea gets to fly now. She probably is very happy about this. These are incredible finds on this run for ArrTeaSea. Poe. Alpha. I knew what you meant. That's the important thing. Yeah, we got a man down. We got a man down. Oh, wow, both you and Cyanide... See, this is the bad part. I had to miss Fat Shuffler and Cyanide Epic's race last week because I was out of town, so I didn't even get to see what happened yet, because I've not gone through and highlighted that at all. So I will at some point, but yeah, that's pretty nuts if both of you guys got Spider Bite. That's a very rare item for me. Ooh, Wolv finding a golden key on his first floor, so he won't have to worry about keys. Not that he'll use one, most likely, but you never know. If he finds a locked chest, it's free for him now. Nice. Soul Heart find for ArrTeaSea. Can never argue the extra health. So Wolv finds Monstro's Tooth, and actually we'll take that with him. Because why not? As long as he doesn't fight Monstro. Ooh, Steven. So now the trick with using Monstro's Tooth, here you go, exactly what Wolv did. Wait until you tire out the bigger part and it stands still, then use Monstro. Because if you... Whoa. Okay. Two things. Nice find with the damage up tumor of Steven there for Wolv. Secondly, nice placement on the locked chest. Thankfully, you had a bomb to get that off of there, or a key to get into it in the first place. Hey, Irene, how you doing? So again, you can see Christina wound up getting the horse as a space use item last time, so she can fly on that horse now. So she is putting that to good use here. Very nice dodging, by the way. No, they're not going to Awaken. Horde tweeted out last night. For anybody that didn't hear, Horde tweeted out, I retweeted it just in case, but Twitch is not taking away the highlighting system, so don't worry. They're going through a lot of changeover at the moment, so they're trying to figure a few things out. It'll be back. It's not going away. So as much as you may have heard, Horror actually flat out said last night it's not going away. Hey Kirby, how you doing? And again, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for coming out today. So we got Wolv21. You can see the names, by the way, in the lower right, but we got Wolv21 on the left. We got ArrTeaSea on the right. I said it correctly this time. Anyways, so I am basically just doing the calling. For anyone before they ask, no, I'm not in this league. No, I will never be in one of the leagues. I'm just going to commentate them. At some point, I'll race people. That ain't going to be a problem, but I won't be in one of the leagues unless somebody else is running one. Then I may consider it just for fun. But no, I won't be racing in any of them. That's one of like my most frequent questions. If you do want to see who is in the league, assuming that I can type, just waiting for everybody to be like, wow, that's clicky. Yeah, it was Super Greed, by the way. So, wow, Christina with another Eternal Heart find and a quarter, which she's trying not to pick up the Eternal Heart. And for good reason, by the way. By the way, I noticed Wolv has glow around his head, so I know it's a couple of items to choose from, but I did not see what he got as his item, so if somebody wants to tell me, that'd be great. I totally missed that. Ooh, extra money for Wolv and a dime. Very nice find. Should totally race from the same room. Yeah, see, there you go. I knew it would catch on sooner or later. That's what I'm doing, just so that the racers get seen. Makes it easier. Because that way people can be like, well, how do I follow all the racers? And if, like, 90% of them are in there, it makes it easier. Just like, yeah, go to my mods list, and there you go. But welcome to it. Wow, Wolv with all the devil deals today. What's up with this? Has Christina even been offered one? Wow. Wolv with the good devil deals. Let me rephrase. So Guppy's Paw and or the Mark. Wow, and he's going to pass on both of them. My goodness. Okay, that's unexpected. I figured he would take the Mark. That's an interesting choice, especially from what I saw also. Apparently Wolv picked up the Miter, which would spawn a lot more Soul Hearts. So that's actually really surprising that he didn't take that. Yep, it was. Okay, so interesting. Oh my, quad shot for Wolv. So he's making a nice little build going on here early on. Caves 1 quad shot. Plenty of time to build that shot speed and damage up for that matter. That's a nice find early on. Speaking of finds, Christina found her boss fights. Her boss fight, I should say. Sorry, I pluralized that for no reason. Ooh, and a judgment card with 63 cents. Let's see what she gets out of this beggar. And more health up. I don't think you could ask for much more there. So she's also got a hermit card, by the way, which will port her into a store if she ever wants to. And her item room will be sitting here waiting for her. She's just going to clear this out real fast. Wow, she's got some damage. Those shots are ridiculously overpowered. And speaking of overpowered, and needing tears up, there's Loki's horns for ArrTeaSea. I don't think she can get much more carried on this run than she is right now. So she's going to be shooting faster. She could not have asked for a better item there. No, don't even worry about it, Gambit. Seriously, I don't ever expect anybody that I mod to actually, like, mod for me. Half the time it's just like, hey, it makes it easier for me to see you guys. So, by the way, there's the other portion of Loki's horns. If you were watching ArrTeaSea side, it does spit out shots in all 4 directions sometimes. So, especially in this fight versus Mom, that is a huge help if it times correctly. Absolutely amazing items. Hey, Dal, how you doing? Excuse me. Sorry about that. Did not mean to clear my throat at you. What's up, Ashy? Hey, what's up, Spring Fart? By the way, if I'm not mistaken, speaking of mod ships and channels, I believe a congrats is in order, because I don't believe I've been in there at the same time, but I do believe I saw that at one point while lurking. So just in case I'm wrong, that's all I'll say, but nonetheless, congrats. Alright, so for those that saw it, wonder why ArrTeaSea just took cheap damage there. The shadow of Mom's foot was actually hanging out over her. Ooh, very nice find with a world card. Which will she take? She's going to pour it out back into her store to get her... Yep, perfect choice. I was wondering if she'd remember that or not. So her Eternal Heart she just picked up in the store will give her another red heart container when she goes down to the next floor now. Great move by ArrTeaSea there. Yep, I was right. Okay, cool. So, yep, welcome to the club, sir. Enjoy that. I'm kidding, but doing great today, Mr. Emrat. Which way is it? I'm sorry, is it Mr. Aster, Emraster? I asked that and I keep forgetting to look and see what your answer is. Oh, wow, Scapular for Wolv. Very nice find in the God Room. So this is the other thing about being blessed, is you have an increased chance of God Rooms instead of Devil Deals. So Wolv is now going to get a lot more free items if he keeps this run going. Basically, he's been blessed twice, so his chances go through the roof. It is Mr. Okay. I'm going to remember that from now on, because I've asked you that like 5 times, and I swear I'm going to remember. It's been a while, guys. I'm terrible. So again, it's been a while. It's great to see everybody again. I'm sorry for not being here so often recently, but I've been busy and just a lot of things have been happening, so had to be done. Nonetheless, I'm back. We got a bunch of races this week. I'm not taking days off anymore, so we'll be all good. Ooh, nice find for Wolv. So a Crystal Ball to replace his Monstrous Tooth, which means he will see all of his maps and also spawn a lot more Soul Hearts. So great find again. Trollfleet omnipresent. I love it. Alright, so we got a Taku and a Taku bot. Oh my god. And what's up, Tanner? So as you can see anyways, ArrTeaSea, I keep forgetting to update this, is on the Womb 1 right now. It does say Utero 1, which is kind of hard to see because I completely miscaptured her window, and I apologize, I'm missing one little frame on there, or 1 pixel on there at the bottom. Anyways, she is on Utero 1, which is the Womb 1. She does have a world card, which she is looking like she's going to save from Womb 2. We are racing through the Womb 2, so they have to kill Mom's Heart to win one of the heats of the race here. We are doing a best of 3. So don't count anybody out here. Just because somebody wins the first round does not mean it's over. Can easily be come back. We've seen it happen. Although with the build ArrTeaSea has going and the lead she has, it's going to be kind of tough for Wolv, but he is flying along in Caves 2. So he's a few floors behind right now, but don't count anybody out. We've seen Morag make a huge comeback. So again, nobody's ever out of it. Hey Eddie, how you doing? Yes, there is, Evil. Give me 1 second here. Let me link that up for you. For anybody that hasn't seen it, here's a link coming up to all the league information you can need. Couple links, actually. ArrTeaSea will, at some point, put it in there. I think, maybe. We'll see about that. Anyways, there is a Google Documents link at some point, hopefully coming up. If not, I'm sure somebody will wind up linking it that has all of the schedule as far as... There we go. Haha! ArrTeaSea lives. Anyways, so if you check the Google Docs link, that will have the entire schedule. It obviously is going to update slowly. By the way, Mini Mush for Wolv. Very nice find. So that's going to update slowly just based on when the racers each week determine that they're going to race. It's not scheduled, like, set in stone as far as, hey, Friday at 7, there's races. It is random every single week, so make sure to bookmark that, pay attention to it. It's got all your standings, and it'll update, like I said, as soon as I know when they're going to race, I'll update that, and I'll tweet it out. So it's always the best way to check for that. No problem at all. And again, thank you guys for being here. I mean, believe me, it's my pleasure to host this stuff. This is kind of what I always wanted to do as far as actually doing commentating, so this is a lot of fun for me. I actually get to do it and have fun, you know, with a game that I love, actually commentating it, so it's a lot of fun for me. So again, if anybody ever has questions, feel free to ask them. I do pay attention to chat as much as humanly possible with this. I don't make guarantees that I'll see all of them, but if I can, I will be glad to answer your questions. I try to call out all the items that I see. Again, I'm going to miss a few because there is a lot going on. So again, apologies, but if you see something that I miss, feel free. Just let me know, you know, like, hey, Wolf just picked up insert item name. Feel free, because that's going to help me out. If you don't hear me call it, by all means, let me know. I will have no arguments with that at all. It will help me out immensely, in fact. And speaking of updating stuff, ArrTeaSea is fighting Conquest, which is a nasty, in my opinion, variant of War. Mostly because of that move right there. That light beam attack is very cheap. I've been killed by that with only having one heart on a guppy run, because it just randomly finds you sometimes. You have no chance. Ooh. See, here's a problem with... Ooh, wow. Excuse me, with ArrTeaSea being so large. Her character, let me clarify, is that she couldn't hide from Conquest in the rocks that time when she tried here. Thankfully, she could fly, so she had a great choice there. Oof. Wow, both horses in one run for ArrTeaSea. I don't think I've ever had that happen. That's kind of a slap in the face. Right, that's what she said. Yeah, for those who don't know, the white version of the pony, instead of doing a charge across the room with your spaceys, does crack the sky like Conquest did, which is that white 6 white beams coming down from the sky that'll hurt things. It's very random. I don't like it as much. It'll still let you fly, but I actually prefer the horse that Christina's on at the moment. And I'm sorry, by Christina, for those who don't know, I'm referring to ArrTeaSea on the right. Again, I apologize for calling her by her name as opposed to her Twitch name, but that is what I'm used to at this point. So it's going to take a lot of breaking of my mind to actually get that right. Wow. So, you just saw what happened there. Wolv in his god room had the Bible. That is actually an outlawed item. Slowly but surely, we'll have a list coming up here. Because the talk about is being... Oops, shoot. If I'd spell it right, this would work even better. Outlawed items. Yeah, that works. Anyway, so Atakabot will be on that in a second or two, but the Bible is actually one of the outlawed items. If Wolf still had his D6, he could have re-rolled it, but he got rid of that a while ago, actually, for Monstrose Tooth, and then replaced that with the Crystal Ball. So he hasn't had it for quite a while. Yeah, and I saw that. Wolf actually took a pill, which, by the way, was ranged down, so you'll notice his shots won't go as far now. And Christina is on her final floor and knows exactly where she's going for her boss fight. So she's got about this room and 3 more to clear before she will be at what is the last boss for this first round, if she can get through it. So she looks to take a quick 1-0 lead in a best of 3 here. Yeah, this time it was really fast, actually. Like, last couple times it was just slow as hell. This time it was, like, instant, so... I just figured, I didn't look while I was saying that, I just figured it would take longer. Nothing personal. I just don't have luck with putting in bot commands. Yep, I was going to say, okay, so ArrTeaSea on this one isn't going to be moving on to the next floor, so that Eternal Heart that she picked up basically amounts to half a Soul Heart. It's basically just more damage that she can take, so she might as well pick that up right then. As she did, obviously. Wow, clear room, and 1 peep to go, and then she'll be in her mom's heart fight. Yeah, item. Damn spelling. Yeah, so that's what, her 3rd or 4th Eternal Heart? That might actually be her 4th. I'm pretty sure it's her 3rd, though. But yeah, just down to Womb 2. Think about that. 3 Eternal Hearts by Womb 2. That's pretty nuts. And Wolf gets the red version of Mom, which, as you can see, is mostly about her leg stomping. every now and then we'll fire one of those eyeballs at you. You just have to keep moving because otherwise the shadow of her foot's going to instantly come down on you. And here we go with the first Mom's Heart fight. So as you can see, they've actually got the It Lives version. This is the quote-unquote tougher spawn version of Mom's Heart. It's still a pretty easy fight, honestly. Though I have to give it up for Wolv. He has been flying through this, making a comeback. Because right now he's going to move... Wow. So Wolv picks up more damage up, and the Polaroid. With his pentagram, he gets damage up. So he'll move on to Wolv21. He's actually only a floor, technically 2 full floors at this point, behind ArrTeaSea. So he has made a huge comeback. This is what I mean. Don't ever count anyone out. And look at how fast he cut through all this. Yep. What's going to happen is we'll take maybe like a minute break or something like that in between the races. They'll reset and basically just start going again. I guess you could call it round 2 will be coming up right after this. If there is a third game needed, that'll be right after that. And then at 6 p.m. Central, which is in 2.5 hours, we have our next actual group of best of 3 races. So that'll be Fat Shuffler versus Cobalt Streak at, well, it's actually, let's call it at 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be easier to remember. And there's about the halfway mark on the right for ArrTeaSea. So again, she's looking to finish off this run as quickly as she can because Wolv is flying and catching up. She does have a huge lead, though. Wolv's going to have to take out this boss and a full another floor before he can catch up where she's at, and she has huge damage on this run. So, much of a valiant effort as this is, Wolv's going to need to fly, although he does have an Emperor card. So if he can get through his boss fight, this could get closer. We'll see. We'll see. The racers for this, I did it by invite only on the league here, because I knew it was going to be about 3 months, so I needed people that I knew were going to be here for the full 3-month haul, basically. Alright, so Wolv's going to pour it into his Mom's Heart fight, but is it too little too late? We'll see. ArrTeaSea ripping through her fight here. Wolv hoping that he can keep... Nope, it's going to be over pretty quickly here. What a try, though. That was a heck of a comeback. And that's going to be your winner. ArrTeaSea takes a 1-0 lead. Wow. Wow. That got really, 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 really close. Not as close as Eddie and Morag's race, but my goodness, that was... or I'm sorry, Magic and... or shoot, who was it? Was it Eddie and Morag? I don't know. Yeah, it was Eddie and Morag. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember now. But wow. Great comeback there by Wolv. Let's recap that. ArrTeaSea was basically in the depths at the time when he died, and he still made that comeback. That's insane. Great job on that one, but also great job by ArrTeaSea there. That was a phenomenal run. Just phenomenal run you had going there. Oop. I hate the fact that it moves them. Alright, so they are getting ready to start back over again real fast here. So let me get this one up in here. And as you can see, ArrTeaSea takes a quick 1-0 lead. Awesome job, racers. So I'm going to run a real fast 30-second ad, hopefully, before they get started again. Again, bear with me real quick on this, guys. I know that it sucks that I'm running ads and all, but it's got to be done, and they're actually going to get started, so I may not get a chance to. 1 sec. No kidding. That was a great run. Hopefully Wolv can hear me. Let me get new window open because I'm an idiot. Dashboard. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to run a really quick ad, guys. I'll be right back with you, and we will get the second heat underway. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that commercial command. Whoops. You think I'd remember that. Anyways, what is a game fetch? Alrighty. Should be about clear, because I can't see my timer anymore. There we go. Alright, so we are clear, so hopefully one of the two will see it. So let me make sure that I type that out, just make sure the Wolv and Christina can see that, because they are on a call right now. So as you can see, there is a... Yep, there we go. Had to make sure. Of course, I finished typing that, and like by the time I look up, they're already moving. Never fails. So anyways, welcome to round 2, basically. Christina, or ArrTeaSea, sorry. Again, that's going to take some mental breaking on my part. ArrTeaSea has a 1-0 lead right now in a best of 3. So if she wins this round, it's over. If Wolv wins, he forces a 3rd game. Excuse me, sorry about that. Anyways, first item, ooh, the holy water for Wolv, and he's actually going to take it. That can be okay. It's basically like a portable lemon mishap if you get hit. The only problem is if you have followers, it will actually turn them into Brother Bobby. The first one will turn into Brother Bobby until you actually get hit and the holy water disappears for that room. So it still knows what follower you have, but it screws up and gives you Brother Bobby. Which now we won't see because he doesn't have one, but should he pick one up, you'll notice what I mean. Yeah, I'm surprised he picked it up, Otaku. I'm very shocked. Ooh, Anarchist Cookbook for ArrTeaSea is her first item. So she'll have random bomb spawns in a room whenever she uses that. However, if she finds library, she's actually taken one of the books out already and is closer to finding nothing but items in there. So this could be okay. Yeah, I would have skipped it. That's my personal opinion. I don't like the fact that it messes with your followers. That's just, it's not cool to me that, you know, like, I'll have Demon Baby and all of a sudden I walk into a room and it's Brother Bobby. Yeah, kind of different. Kind of a different way to play the game. So I'm not fond of it. Alright, Famine for ArrTeaSea's first boss. Will she utilize the Anarchist Cookbook at all in here, I wonder? And my cat is here saying hi. Yeah, I haven't seen everyone in a while. I wish I had my camera. Wish my camera was working. Spaz says hi. Famine isn't so bad. Once you figure out how to, I don't want to say exploit him, but kind of do this. Make him spawn the flies and then make him charge. He'll instantly take him out if you like this. So he'll take out the flies for you. You barely have to do any work. Speaking of Conquest, here's the variant version that Wolv's fighting. This one you basically just have to make him charge at you, and he'll charge on angles, as opposed to the one that ArrTeaSea is fighting. And he'll shoot like that. So, speaking of sketchy runs, Wolv is down to half a heart. ArrTeaSea's down to 1 full heart at the moment. So we are living on the edge here, folks. That was close. Wolv almost ate the first death here. Technically the second death, but you get the idea. In this heat, that would have been the first. Alright, ArrTeaSea will move on to her basement too, which technically Wolv is in already. Though he has not found a second item, he does know where both of his bosses are. Oh, my camera works, it's just it is being really screwy, basically, and doesn't want to actually think that it's hooked up. Even though I can use it to take pictures and stuff, I can't use it in my streaming softwares. I don't know what's going on with it. Ooh, back down to 1 full heart. Wow, that spider almost trolled Wolv for some more damage. Hey, Zeph, how you doing? Alright, Wolv will be going after an item oh, that's evil. Wow, okay, not so evil anymore. Wolv went after an item chest, got another locked chest in it, and then proceeded to find the sad onion. So you'll notice he is now crying at basically like twice the tear rate. So he has more tears coming out quicker, I guess would be the best way to explain it. A great find for him right there. That is a phenomenal find early on. Especially being that technically that didn't even count as an item room, though he did use 2 keys. I'm sure he'll willingly pay that price. Willingly pay for it. Oh, that sucks, Otaku. Yeah, more TPS. Tears per second. Yeah, see, Otaku, this is why we can't have nice things. What's up, Timmy? How you doing, man? Ow. So again, Wolv taking some cheap damage, however knows where his second item room on this floor is, I should say. Ooh. And gets Isaac's head, so at least he has another follower that's doing some damage. And gets the 10 bombs again. Speaking of followers, excuse me, ArrTeaSea picking up the Harlequin baby, so that will shoot out in a V pattern with some pretty nice damage. Here's one exception to my rule that I was talking about with Wolv, being that, wow. So he's finding items in his lock chest. This is nuts. So Wolv just found health up in another lock chest. So that's the second one on these floors that he's found. Anyways, the follower rule that I was saying about having holy water change your followers into Brother Bobby, The exception is when it's a trinket instead of an actual follower item, as Wolv has. That won't change. So basically what I said seems kind of false now, seeing the combo he got. Go figure. The game knows how to troll me verbally, basically. This is why you have to love Isaac, folks. It's like it hears you. I swear it hears you. It's like talking about a no-hitter in the middle of it. Like, you know the guy's going to give up a hit on the next pitch. You know, oh, by the way, in the 6th inning, blah, 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 is throwing a no-hitter. Boom, hit. Guaranteed. Also, nice find for ArrTeaSea and an item rock there. So she gets a small rock, which is, mind you, it's speed down, but it's damage up as well. So it's kind of a fair trade in my book. I pick that up every time I can. Skull. It's the commentator curse. It basically is. Or user error, one of the two. Or both. Or both. Maybe Adam had Chip Choice. I'll make the game. That's evil. I can see it, but that's evil. So anyways, anyone wondering why ArrTeaSea passed up on that item room she was looking at? She has no key to get into it at the moment. You can see the items that they have as far as coins, bombs, and keys in the dead center of their screens at the top. There's a nice little listing there. It's basically Zelda-esque. If you've ever played Legend of Zelda on Nintendo, you've seen a game that looks like this, obviously. There's a lot of homage paid. Ooh, skeleton key in Wolv's... Yeah, I was going to say, is he actually going to pass? But no, he's not. He will take that and have 99 keys. So Wolv with an unlimited amount of keys and finding really good items in his lock chest so far. That could be a huge help for him. Both racers, by the way, are on Caves 1 right now. Very nice find. And ArrTeaSea is going to pass up her item room. I was just about to say. We'll see what happens here, though. But ArrTeaSea, having no keys, passed up her item room. So we will see if that will continue, because she just found her next item room and still has no key to get into it. So we'll see how long the passing up items will last for. Because it will help with speed, but the question is, do you have a good enough build where you can actually get through all the floors that you need to? Yep, basically exactly, Jay. Everybody has to play as the same character, because otherwise there are stat differentials between, let's say, Judas and Isaac and Maggie, for example. So for now, yeah, they're all restricted to using Isaac. Come playoff time, that might change who we use. It's definitely going to change where we race to, but we haven't decided yet if we're also going to change the characters or anything. That'll be in like March though, so we got plenty of time. Yeah, everybody would be Kane, exactly. Just like, oh, pills? Yeah, we'll take those. So I figured we'd do it a little bit different. We'd make the D6 somewhat useful because of the banned items, which Jay also brought up there. There are 5 or 6 banned items. Wolv actually found one in the last run, which he could not take. We got the Bible, we got Ipecac, Epic Fetus, Dr. Fetus, and the Shovel are all outlawed. However, if you have your D6 with you and all the racers have the D6 available, if you have the D6 still with you at the time, you are allowed to re-roll it. If it re-rolls into another outlawed item, you can re-roll that again as many times as you want until you get something that is not outlawed. At that point, though, the D6 becomes outlawed. You only can use the D6 on those items I listed. So we made it a little bit interesting as far as that goes. Wow, 10 bombs for ArrTeaSea, so she traded her last key for 10 more bombs. I don't think she's going to be too keen on that idea. Not what she was hoping for in her item room. She'll take it, but not what she was hoping for in the slightest bit, I'm sure. And she finds her secret room with yet more ways to gamble. This game, I tell ya, Wolv ripping through his Gertie fight over here, so he is looking like he'll move on quickly to Caves 2 as well. But ArrTeaSea at the moment slightly ahead. And I do mean slightly ahead, because she's cleared quite a few rooms on her Caves 2 and already has her item room. However, Wolv keeps finding God rooms, so again, nobody's out of this yet, but the scapular pickup for Wolv there. A very nice find, so he's more blessed. We'll find more God rooms by chance. And also, we'll spawn, what is it, is it a soul heart when you get down to half a heart or 1 red heart? It's one of the two. I forget which. I think it's half. Hey, Yusugi, doing good about yourself. Oh, I should have ate before this started. If only I had thought in advance. It's half a red heart? Awesome, that's what I thought. Thank you, thank you. So when you get down to half a red heart, or when Wolv gets down to half a red heart, if he ever does, he'll actually spawn a full soul heart. The blue ones, for anyone wondering. Not a half bad find, and Wolv also knows where his secret room is with money in it. Wow. ArrTeaSea and these Eternal Hearts, I'm telling you. That's number 4 in 2 races, folks. Itaku, I don't remember exactly what days they're on. I believe it's like right after that when it starts. But you can see it, it shows at the bottom of the Google Docs link here. It'll show you when the playoffs start. I'm pretty sure it's like the week after. I'm pretty sure. However, now I might want to kind of push back the last week, because if you guys look at the last week on the schedule, there's some pretty epic races on there. We got Wolv versus Cobalt Streak, and rematch of Eddie versus Chatia from my first monthly, or second monthly races, I think it was. And there's some smack talk already happening for that race. So we may have to work around this or make them race in the first couple days. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think. So we'll see what happens. Hey, Seth, how you doing? Alright, and ArrTeaSea will be ripping on through Gertie here. She is literally tearing through Gertie. She's got a pretty nice build going once again. Dem carries, I tell you. So she'll also wind up probably working back for, well, I don't want to say it out loud just in case. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Eddie. Ooh, more health up for ArrTeaSea. Very nice finds here. So she'll also grab the Soul Heart, pop her Blood Machine, which she will not use, and take money from it. Curved Horn is damage up, if I am not mistaken. So you notice that Wolv's tears turned a little bit more red. That is basically damage up for him. The more red that your tears get, the more damage that you're doing. So if I'm not mistaken, I think it's +1 or +... Yep, exactly what I was thinking, what Zeph said. It's +1 or +2 damage, and I'm pretty sure it's +2. Again, don't quote me on that. There's so many items that I'm going to screw up little finite points on a few of them. But it is definitely damage up. It is +2. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. And you can see Wolv just used Mom's Bra, which freezes your enemy in place, which against Pestilence here is a phenomenal thing to have. Because that just made his fight 1,000 times easier. So he'll also be moving on to his Depths 1 with another piece of Meat Boy. So he's got his 2-piece Meat Boy, which if he fights another Horseman, he may skip... Oh my. Anyways, Wolv may skip picking up the cube of meat. We'll see what happens. Wow. ArrTeaSea did not buy the habit. That's why I said wow in the first place, was seeing the habit in the shop. Kind of surprising, although she doesn't exactly have the best of space use items, so I don't blame her on taking the more health. At the same point, though, the habit is quite good. If she happens across something like, well, anything useful as a space use item and gets hit twice in the same room, it would actually fully recharge it. So I don't know, that's a... It's an interesting move. We'll see how this pans out. If she doesn't come across a better space use item, though, it's not a bad move. It's actually a perfect pickup. And by the way, this room, if she had no bombs, it's over. It's pretty much over if she had no bombs, unless she could angle that perfectly. Yeah, I know, we actually were talking about outlawing Brimstone and Mom's Knife, but it got voted completely out. People wanted both of those items. So the blue candle is also available for everybody. So there's a few that most people are like, wow, really? Like, you're willing to outlaw these, but not these. Racers all voted, and that's what they decided on. Ooh, compass pickup for Wolv. Very nice find. So we basically made it like the absolute game changers. Mom's Knife, technically speaking, is a game changer like that for me, but not everybody likes it so much. So that actually was, I believe, 100% voted in. Yep. Because of the blue candle, Morag was able to make his insane-o comeback against Eddie. Like, insane style comeback. Yeah, it's pretty hard to screw up with Mom's Knife. I love it, personally. Oh, man. Plus, it makes fights like these so much easier. So, anybody that was here last week, do you remember Christina having, ArrTeaSea that is, having to fight the Mask of Infamy? Yeah, she has to again. My least favorite boss. My least favorite, well, one of my two least favorite bosses. This one takes so long to kill. I believe she had a good, like, going on one floor long fight for her opponent versus the Mask last week. It was pretty bad. The Mask just trolled her endlessly. It would turn constantly and chase her at the worst times. Just she never got damage in. It was nuts. And I was gonna say one of those bombs is gonna wind up hitting her. Gertie's pretty easy all in all. Once you figure out some of the way to dodge all of her quintuple shots, she ain't so bad. Yeah, thankfully Christina is not at 0 bombs this time, so that's going to be a huge help for her. Because last time she had no damage up, no bombs, like just no anything except for health. And thankfully she had that, because that was a endurance fight for her. I believe the tweet was F the Mask or something like that afterwards. Ooh, nice placement of the bomb there. Nice placement of the bomb by ArrTeaSea. That's called Payback Mask. So she'll move on to Depths 2, literally right in line with when Wolv moves on to Depths 2. So again, here you go. Now you can see one of the followers. So Wolv picked up Little Gish, and you notice that it's brother Bobby. Again, that's because Wolv has the Holy Water. So if he gets hit in a room, you'll see brother Bobby switch into Little Gish for him. So this proves my theory. Well, not theory. I know it's true. So it can't be a theory. Anyways, they are looking literally not only neck and neck, but literally have almost the same amount of health and build going on at the moment. So this is kind of crazy even here. Right on, Awaken. Have yourself a good day, man. And again, Awaken's one of the many racers here in this league. If you guys look up above my my video, it actually says Binding of Isaac Racing League. If you want to click on there, it's got all the racers on this league on there, and you can give them all a real easy follow with one button press. And then there is also a couple more links to drop in there, like Game Fetch will have both of these racers side by side with their own full screens and both of their chats. So if you want to wish both of them good luck, or, you know, go in there and just be able to talk to both, support them both at the same time, which would be awesome, by the way, hint, hint. That would be a great way to do so, because that will actually also support another one of our racers, Cyanide Epic. Let me get the league info in there for anybody curious about what's going on and who has who's where in the standings. If that one links. I think I just hurt your bot. See, this is why I don't do too many links in a row, because I hurt his bot. I love it. Anyways, very nicely. Oh, never mind. I didn't think that one was going to hit her. ArrTeaSea pushing the boundaries here. Half a heart at the moment. Wolv going right on through this mom's foot. And he is ripping through it. Very nice use of mom's bra by Wolv right there. Alright, so there's the damage. You notice now Brother Bobby just turned back into Little Gish for him. So, not so terrible that he took that damage. Gets his health back anyways with a full red heart, and health up, and a Polaroid. Ouch. And down goes ArrTeaSea with a cheap shot on the right side. Ouch. So because of that, Wolv will port on into his store and find Greed waiting for him, as usual. Always the way it happens. Oh boy, and the lucky Steam sale with no more stores to go. He couldn't be happier about that find. Oh wow, D20, and ArrTeaSea's actually going to pass it up. Interesting. She thought about it for a brief second there. You could actually see her just kind of wavering back and forth. So she thought about it, but she'll actually pass up the D20 for keeping her D6, just in case. Alright, man, wait a minute. Woman down, woman down. Alright, Wolv finding his item room here. That's why he had gone back, by the way. He found his boss room first and had a way to port out, so he figured, why not? Let's kill that. Wow, bomb bag for Wolv, so let's give you more items. Interesting. He's going to move on ahead without doing any gambling, and will be working his way back towards his boss room and possibly towards that arcade. We'll see what he chooses. And double mini monstros for ArrTeaSea. Never one of my favorite fights, because I always wind up walking into damage at some point. I'll always get them on strange timings, and they'll shoot and just cover the entire room. Yep, there's a super secret, and Wolv will pass up the Isaac's Fork, which will heal you randomly, kind of like vampire heals when you kill stuff. And he will keep his curved horn for his +2 damage. Again, I don't blame him. The race goes to Mom's Heart, correct, Yuisugi. So basically, we do a best of 3 between, there are 12 racers total, so each week we got 6 races. Very nice move there by Wolv. Even saves a bomb in the process. Nice move. Wow. Any more Eternal Hearts for ArrTeaSea? That's like number 6 today. Anyways, Wolv moving on down to the womb. As you can see on the map there, it goes to womb 2. That's as far as we go for the regular season. We go through Mom's Heart, best of 3. As you guys can see, ArrTeaSea on the right has a 1-0 lead right now. So Wolv's looking to even it up and force a game 3. ArrTeaSea looking to make a huge comeback here, much like Wolv did last time. So again, it's possible, believe me. And catch up and just end. Oh, wow. Super Meat Fan. Very nice find for ArrTeaSea, except she is going to walk very slowly now, but look at her damage again. She's been finding some damage builds today. Insane. Nope, D20 is perfectly fine. You can see the list of outlawed items there are the Bible, Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, the Shovel, and Ipecac. Basically, we had the racers all vote on pretty much everything. And, I mean, there are a couple items, obviously, that are going to be okay to just use no matter what. But the game changers we all voted on, and those are the ones that got outlawed. They allowed to keep in the Candle, Brimstone, Mom's Knife, all that good stuff. Oh, yeah, you actually get a speed down with Super Meat Fan. Like, no question. Yeah, Isaac's in the Cathedral, correct. It's Isaac in the Cathedral, Blue Baby's in the chest, Mom's Heart is in Womb 2, and Mom's Foot is in Depths 2. Had to think about the bottom, and obviously the Devil's in Shale. But yes, you're correct, Ace. Yeah, the Blighted Odom's actually pretty easy. All you gotta do is just walk him around in that square pattern that you saw, and make sure that when you kill off the main part, that you aren't anywhere near the, or anywhere within Brimstone, shooting, I guess, accuracy, if you will, or line of sight of Brimstone from when the middle part, or the little part, I should say, shoots at you at the end. It's really pretty easy. Yeah, if I'm slowed, however, oh boy. Same thing with Steven and, you know, some of the other bosses like that. Like, I have a hard time if I'm slowed down. By the way, anybody that wants to do Loki dances, Wolv's fighting Loki. Brimstone Sperm. So a little more range up for Wolv, and he also gets a Devil Deal, which, wow, is Krampus. It's a very nice find. By the way, if you're wondering what Brimstone is, watch the fight on the left here for Wolv. He's fighting Krampus, which does like a quad Brimstone shot. Which, by the way, man, do I wish that happened if you had, like, you know, Loki's horns and or quad shot with Brimstone normally, but it does not. Just to let you know, it doesn't happen that way. It's Loki! No, I'm not even doing that, by the way. A, I don't have the drawings. B, I'm just not doing it. Alright, so lump of coal for Wolv. As you can see, his shots will now actually, well, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but as the shots go further across the screen, they'll increase in size and actually do more damage. So if anyone that thinks that that's a broken item, stand further away when you're shooting stuff. Do the low-core dance. Oh, I love it. Maybe we'll save that for later when, for those who don't know, by the way, in about a little under 2 hours, like 3 minutes under 2 hours from now, Fat Shuffler and Cobalt Streak are going to be racing in a best of 3 as well here. So I'll be commentating that as well. Alright, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 more rooms, and Wolv will be looking at his Mom's Heart fight already here on the Womb 2. Again, for those that don't know, there are other names for the floors. So the Womb can turn into the Utero, which just means it's a tougher version. Oh, very nice move. Very nice move. I forgot the Wolv had X-ray classes. So he got through his secret room there and gets even closer, and now only has to clear 1 more room before what would be the final fight of his run here. So very nice strategies here. Poke, hey, what's up, dude? See what I did? Poke, dude. See how I did? Yeah. No, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Alright, so Wolv moving on to his mom's hard fight. Again, this is where we're racing to, guys, so Wolv is looking to even up this best of 3 right here and force a game 3. Christina is back on the Caves XL right now, so she is many floors behind, and Wolv has got a pretty nice build going. So this one may be evened up very shortly. Oh, you think I'm wrecking yours, Brim? You should see mine. There is no such thing anymore. I have no sleeping schedule. I blame Pokey for ruining it. Well, everybody from Detoid. We had a fucking awesome weekend, though. Anybody that doesn't know, I hung out with a bunch of Detoid guys this weekend, or this past weekend. That was so cheesy, it hurt. You don't know me well, Vape. Because I'll get worse. I get so much worse. Just letting you know now. Oh, for the league, we're doing it so that every week it's even, so that all the racers are doing the exact same thing, because otherwise it makes it unfair to other racers, so we change it up all the time. So for this one, we got to actually keep it somewhat like in somewhat of a pattern. And of course, let's end the music right when we don't want to. Isaac just won. Yeah, so Wolv, like I was saying, just won on the left here, so he evens this up in 1 apiece. Ouch. With that timing on the death by Christina as well. So Wolv will even this up. Let me change this to actually the correct score, which is not an ampersand. Oh, how the hell I did that. Anyways, so once I get this fixed up in here, we are tied at 1, ladies and gentlemen. So they will be resetting once again and starting up around 3 here. So again, really quick, let me run a really quick 30-second ad, guys, before we start up around 3. Again, congrats to Wolf on that one, and we will get started momentarily. Wow, that's already paused or something. Awesome. I love how that works. Anyways, really quick ad, guys. Be right back with you. Round 3 coming up. That will be our final for this one. Yeah, not everyone's going to get an ad. It's regional and random anyways, so always a good chance. All right. Looks like we are more than clear, so let me make sure that they are good to go. Looks like they are. And they are good to go, so we have started off basically the final here. Wolv and Christina, ArrTeaSea, by the way, I keep calling her Christina, are tied at 1 apiece in this best of 3, so this one on a race to Mom's Heart with Isaac, with a couple of restricted items again, will actually determine this one. So we'll see who wins this, but good luck to both. This is, I believe, the first time we've come down to the, actually, I take that back, that's the second time now that we've come down to the third race. Third time, because I didn't get to watch Mara and Epic this week. So this is the third time that we've had a best of 3 so far. And Magneto for ArrTeaSea on the right, so she will have items actually drawn towards her, which also counts for items that bosses drop, like bombs and things of that nature. So it can backfire, but at the same point, very handy for picking up items in the middle of rooms. And Wolf finds his item room, too. Or his first, I should say, because Wolf has an XL floor, so he's got 2 floors crammed into 1 right now. Oof. Wow, we actually took Abel. Oh my. Okay, so in my opinion, the worst possible familiar, friendly, whatever you want to call it, that you can get. As you can see, it shoots in the exact opposite directions that you do. So if you're shooting right, it's shooting left. If you're moving top, it's moving bottom. So it can be helpful, but it can also really kind of hinder you when it shoots bombs, like Meat Boy would do. Abel is not a buddy, in my opinion, so I usually pass on that, too. So Wolf's picked up 2 items today that I wouldn't touch in a race, personally. And that's the Holy Water and the Abel, which he has in this run. So interesting choices, but hey, to each their own. I know personally, like, I had to convince Lethal Frag of using Brimstone in the first place, because he wasn't fond of it. But it's one of those things, some items grow on you, and to each their own. See, like, for this room, if the tomatoes stay in the middle, he's actually got a phenomenal build for this room. So again, Abel can help. Not that much, but Abel can help. Alright, so ArrTeaSea moving on to her basement too. Very nice job, by the way. Excuse me. Wolf finds his second item room, and another key. Very nice timing. Wow, PhD for Wolv, so he's going to have only good pills on this run. So you're going to see a racer finally take every pill available to him. Yeah, able only if you get holy water, exactly. I wouldn't mind it then, because then he turns out kind of cool. Alright, so technically speaking, both racers are on the same floor. Technically, again speaking. I would give Wolv a very slight advantage right now because he knows where both of, or he's found both of his item rooms. All he is looking for is his 2 boss fights right now. So again, he's got maybe a couple room advantage at the moment, but both are on the same floor. So many tomatoes. Will Wolv get anything for his 2 cents? He gets a heart out of Judgment. Not what he was hoping for. And he also finds a store, which I'm sure is not what he was looking for either at the moment. The meat packs always remind you of meat cheeses. Oh, I feel the love, foos. They do look pretty Irish. Oh, I love it. Alright, so let's see. ArrTeaSea looking at her boss fight, but we'll go back for her item room first. Cannot blame her in the slightest bit. It's way too early to be passing up items that you can get easily. Yep, we raced to Mom's Heart during the regular season. Basically, because we're doing a best of 3, if we made it any longer than that, one of our races would have probably taken about 4 to 5 hours the other day. So we only made the regular season through Mom's Heart. Basically, during the playoffs, we're going to increase it every time. Round 1's going to go to Shale. Round 2's going to go to Cathedral. Finals are going to go all the way through the chest, and we may do best of 7 for the finals as well. And that'll also be the person with the best record going into the finals, you know, of the 2 that are actually in it, is going to choose what character is raced with. So it's going to be completely up to whoever has quote-unquote home field advantage in the finals as to who we race with. So maybe anywhere down to, you know, Eve, Maggie, you name it. Blue Baby, depending on how absolutely evil some people get. But it's completely up to whoever has home field advantage. Now, you'd be surprised. Like, let's recap. We're already on race number 3, and it's only been, what, an hour and 12 minutes here? So you'd be surprised. Like, let's say that somebody were to sweep the finals, and again, that's a big if, but nonetheless, that could be done easily in 2 hours. Easily. I'm not saying that it would be the greatest thing ever to skip all your item rooms and fly through all the floors, but you could do it in 2 hours. It wouldn't work well, but you could. And before it's Kane, you'd be surprised. I know Chatia already said that if she gets that far, I believe she's going to use Eve. I believe her choice will be Eve. So that should tell you right there, we have some sadistic racers. So that should tell you everything. By the way, I keep forgetting to mention, Christina's rocking Freeze Effect right now, which is like an absolute boss killer. When you see that neon red tier, see how it just froze that, that fly that she hit in place? She'll do the same to the right here to the boss. That is an absolute godsend on bosses, because they can't do anything. So yeah, if you can sit there with tears up and just keep them stunned like this, that is how you take out the chest with absolutely no issues at all. You can rip through those bosses. Yeah, let me go right on that. By the way, learn to link, bots. Real nice fail link. Oh, wow. ArrTeaSea finding a halo in her god room. Wow. Nice build again going on for ArrTeaSea. This is an insane run that she's been having today on these runs. These items, I'm telling you. Woo. Yeah, it's the $3 bill is what's doing it. So here's 2 things that are kind of screwy. ArrTeaSea's got the $3 bill, which is why she got the mom's contact effect on the last fight and doesn't have it anymore. So it sometimes magnetizes her, which is funny because she already has Magneto, which does that anyways. By the way, damage and health up for Wolv. And wow, why is Steam downloading stuff for Left 4 Dead 2? I don't even have it installed. Cool. Anyways, so damage up and tears up for Wolv on the left there with his Stigmatifying. Very nice pickup. Both players have been getting really kind of carried runs. Wolv's last one wasn't so great, but he made it really work for him. I thought it started off pretty bad, but I was very wrong. Which is why Wolv is a much better player than I, because I wouldn't have won. So let's see. Speaking of, let's see what he gets for his item. Ooh my, Blood Rights. Will he take it? He's got enough health. Yes, he will. So we'll see that possibly put to use. Nope, he's going to leave it behind. I can't blame him. That's an iffy item. You do damage to yourself to increase your damage output. So it's a very hit and miss. If you have a lot of health and maybe you're not racing, great item. In a race, I probably wouldn't do it. Like I said, it has its uses. Like, let's say that you're racing and you have like 13 full hearts and a ton of soul hearts somehow. Go ahead. You know, then it's okay. Other than that, if you're down to like, you know, a heart or two, don't even consider looking at it. Like, pick it up and put it right back down. It's terrible. That name is familiar, Rotary, and I have no idea why. I have no idea why that name is so familiar now. Dang it, now you got me all confused. Yeah, I'm kind of with TWF on that one. Any item that damages me, I'm not keen on. I do not like doing damage to myself. Even if it helps me immensely, I'm very much against doing damage to myself. I do enough by walking into stupid things. And let's see what Wolv gets for his pills. He might as well just take them. They're going to be good anyways. His PhD should be telling him what those pills are by now, though. He's walked in... There we go. So I was going to say... Wolv does have a PhD, which gives him nothing but good pills and identifies them for him. It took him walking into... Oh, he got screwed. He got so screwed there. Wow. That was evil. Oh, and he gets a troll bomb out of it. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. He does a lot of Minecraft, and yeah, he probably is. Most likely is. That's probably exactly how you know him, Rotary. Panta, what's up? And let's see what Christina gets. By the way, again, oof, man, chocolate milk for ArrTeaSea. Again, I keep calling ArrTeaSea Christina. Bear with me on that. It's how I've known her for the longest time, and it's very hard to break that habit, so I apologize, but hopefully you figured out that Wolv is not named Christina. If you know Wolv at all, you probably know Christina as well. So, nonetheless, I apologize. I do mean ArrTeaSea when I say Christina. I know that's confusing. So, again, apologies. Yeah, Wolv has gotten the second straight XL floor, so that can either be a huge help or a huge hindrance in races. And by the way, awesome dodging. I wish I was that good. He is dodging those so much better than I could ever hope to. I'm so bad at those rooms, it's insane. It's so insane how bad I get. Nonetheless, if you have both of your items and you get lucky and come across your bosses, it can help you. XL floors are not that bad sometimes. The further on you get while you're getting XL floors, the worse it gets for you because they're going to get bigger. So you kind of don't want them later on. If those are his 2 XL floors for this entire run, he's probably going to be pretty happy. But it does cram both, let's say you're in the basement. It'll cram basement 1 and basement 2 into the same floor for anybody curious. So in Wolv's case, he's had basement XL and caves XL now. So it's not been a real short run for him so far. However, ArrTeaSea gets her second piece of Meat Boy, so she's got a nice follower around her. Orbital, for that matter, that also shoots. So she'll move on to her Caves 2. And Wolv will move on to his Caves 2 boss. Ooh, and he gets the hollows. Excellent. Hey, Mizuna. How you doing? Just break my heart. Aw. Yeah, this is true. What Frimstein said, Frimsten. Sorry, there's no I in that. Anyways, I can't believe I just screwed your name up, Frim. Anywho, What he just said there was so true. If you have the compass or the map and you can at least see the layout of the floor, or you know where your boss fight is, XL floors are actually kind of very helpful later on in races as well. So that's very true. So again, ArrTeaSea having the oh-so-wonderful yet oh-so-random $3 bill. You notice her shots are changing constantly. $3 bill is random shot effects in every room, so she just went from having #1 to now having freeze effect on her shots. Next room she'll have something different again, but I bet she wishes she had those freeze shots for this fight. And I can't tell what it powered her up with this time. Oh, yes I can. It gave her my reflection for this fight. Oof. So again, if you have Ipecac, folks, never pick up the $3 bill on the same run. Ever. By the way, also never pick up my reflection. That was basically the gist of my point right there. You don't want Ipecac in my reflection. You'll die very quickly. She put spam on my phone. Hey, Lich, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not fond of my reflection. I found a couple uses for it, actually, where it wasn't god-awful. But it wasn't great. And ArrTeaSea is going to pass up her second item room to catch up because Wolv is ahead in Depths 1 right now by, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms, basically. But ArrTeaSea is going to catch up by not taking her item room from the last floor. So again, this is where the tactics of racing come into play. They are both on a Skype call right now. So they're going to know exactly where the other one is. So basically, knowing that she was behind in this best of 3 and that both have to win this race. It's one of those where she's probably thinking, you know what, I can live without one item. She's got a pretty nice build, so ArrTeaSea skipped one. She'll get this one, though, seeing as she found it. So that's why you keep away from mirrors? No, I just don't like the way I look. Huge difference. But I'm Tish. I'll be here all week. What's up, Magic? How you doing? And thank you for the link there. For anybody that hasn't seen it, all the standings, wow. Skeleton keys just are everywhere today. What's up with this? ArrTeaSea finding the skeleton key has 99 now. She'll be looking for her boss fight, which Wolv is staring at. Anyways, the Google Docs link that Atakabot just linked there has all the standings, and as soon as I know when the racers schedule their race, I will update that. It goes week by week, so keep that in mind. But it's got all the dates on there, shows you who would be in the playoffs if they started today, when the playoffs will take place, all sorts of stuff. So that's basically your one-stop shop for all information. If you want it slightly easier and you use Twitter, the other easy way is to just follow my Twitter account, because I update everything constantly. I probably put out more spam about the week than I do anything else. So be sure to follow both of those if you want to know. Sometimes it's kind of, you know, almost like that moment, hey, we're going to race right now type of thing, so my Twitter's the best way. So now the question becomes, does Wolv use tactics here and skip his item room on Depths 1 after he takes out War here? Or will he go back and look for it? The founder. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you caught that too, Otaku. That's why we were trying to come up with better names, and I just said, screw it. I was going to call it Isaac Racing League, but IRL doesn't exactly work. So yeah, that was one of my holdups on that. I couldn't think of a good name. But yeah, I basically came up with it. Like, I'm the only person that's ever raced Isaac. But I put the league together. So Commissioner, I guess, would probably be a decent enough title for that. I guess that'd be the right way. Anyways, so Wolv did skip his item room, folks, so he is on Depths 2. Even though it says Necropolis, that is his Depths 2. So he'll be looking at his first mom's fight. Spaz, get away from the power cables. I don't know why I have to keep telling you this. Be the best commissioner. There wouldn't be any lockouts, I can tell you that much. Cough, cough, Gary Bettman, cough, cough. Looking at you. I wouldn't shrug at the All-Star game when, hey, we don't have any more pitchers. Let's call it a tie. Bud Selig, cough, 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 cough. I'm not bitter. Yeah, I'm not bitter. Nope. Oh yeah, Spaz is my cat. For anybody that doesn't know, like, you're probably wondering why I just called somebody a Spaz. That's my cat's name. So, no, I did not name him, but it is very fitting. But yeah, for anyone wondering, that is my cat's name. I was yelling at my cat who was playing with the power cables of my computer again, who was walking back over towards them like I don't see him. Hi! Yeah, you. Furball. Don't. Anywho, moving back to the races now. Can you stop doing this, cat? Don't lick your lips. No. That's a power cable. That isn't cool. Spaz. Go. Yeah, he's chomped into power cables and actually electrocuted both of us on cast before. So he's got an affinity for this, so I have to yell at him constantly. I apologize for that, and he's off in another room now. Yeah, he's the ultimate troll, just like Mike said. What's up, man? So ArrTeaSea's gonna do a nice heal up here. I'm gonna guess she's got 1 or 2 more rooms before her boss fight. This might be the last one before it. And she will take the tick. Interesting. Figured she might hang on to the bloody penny there. But with not that much more money probably gonna show up, I can't really blame her. So now her bosses, for those who wondered, the tick takes 15% damage off of bosses and instantly heals you for 1 full heart when you go into rooms with bosses or mini bosses. Only problem is you cannot replace the tick as a trinket unless you have Mom's Purse. That's the only time that you can actually get a second trinket in there. You'll never replace the tick, but you can get a second one. And Wolv again having delay on his PhD. There we go. Tears uphill for him. Very nice find. So Wolv bought the portable gambling machine so that he can hopefully find more